Not doing this off the cuff. Okay. Most people would be incredibly nervous joining a family, knowing that they would have to face their significant other's protective older brother. Unfortunately for Josh, he had a double whammy. Not only did he have to meet the approval of Hal, he also had to meet the approval of the protective younger cousin. While it's true we're only cousins, Allie and I were always raised to feel like sisters. She was and remains someone I aspire to be like. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's my best friend, my confidant, and I think it's clear how strongly I feel about her. So, with that being said, naturally, in my eyes, nobody would ever be good enough to fulfill the requirements I'd set forth to be my beloved Alyson's partner. That is, until I met Josh. When Allie first told me about you, Josh, of course I was excited, but I was also skeptical. Everything she told me just sounded so great and sounded so much like someone I wanted for her. How could this person actually exist? I just knew I wouldn't believe it until I met you. Standing here today, at their wedding, I can honestly say that all of the great things Alyson had ever said to the family about Josh have turned out to be true. My cousin has truly met her match in terms of kindness, compassion, and love. It brings me great happiness whenever Alyson talks about Josh today because she still has that excitement in her voice and that light in her eyes, just like she did when they first met. Together, they are so cute, you just can't help but be in awe of them. It is so clear to everyone around them just how much love they have for one another. You know how sometimes being a third wheel can get awkward? Well, being on a date with them never is. In fact, going out with Allie and Josh have been some of the best dates I've ever been on. They're the type of couple you just love being around, that would do anything for one another and their friends, and I think that is evidenced by the turnout here tonight. To Alyson, I just want to say how honored I am that you have made me your maid of honor. I know it's been both of our dreams to be in each other's weddings, and watching you say your vows today has genuinely made me so happy. Earlier in this speech, I raved about how smart you are, and you really proved that to be true when you chose Josh. I should have trusted your judgment a little earlier on this one. I know you have a lifetime of happiness to look forward to, and I cannot wait to watch you on your journey. To Josh, I just want to say how glad I am that Alyson met you and brought you and your wonderful family into our lives. You're lucky I liked you so early on because you got to forego a grueling interview process. I also want to say thank you for being so good to my cousin and treating her the way I think she deserves to be treated. If I could offer you any advice to succeed in having a marriage filled with joy and bliss, it would be that you better never forget to say those 3 little words to Allie. Okay, buy it. I love you both very much. To Alyson and Josh.
I'm in about a rest week, folks. White things and I go, ooh, white chocolate. And I pick it up. Start again? I haven't started yet. Ooh. I was just trying to tell everybody about how every time I come to these weddings and bar mitzvahs, I look at the table and I'm like, ooh, white chocolate. And I always put it in my mouth, and every time it's butter. It sucks. Be careful for that. Yeah, absolutely. This is amazing. This is awesome, everyone being here today. Let's raise our glasses. We're going to do a toast. Folks, it takes a really, really strong man to, realize their goals in life, embrace them, and just really, really work hard to obtain those goals. Follow the dream. Follow the dream, be handsome. But enough about Daniel and I, we're here to talk about Josh.
Yeah, it's a little strange. We're here, we're your best man, we're supposed to sing of your praises and talk about all the good things, but realized we don't sing and we won't lie. So, the first thing I want to do really though is thank everybody for coming. Thank you guys. All those have come from far and wide. I look around, I just see so many wonderful, beautiful people, our closest friends and family, and it's never easy to make it out, no matter how much it's worth it. We're all busy. So thank you guys so much for coming out and making this day awesome. And just the beginning, really. We're gonna dance all night.
Dance it all night. More specifically, though, Daniel and I would like to thank our parents. and our family for all the hard work that they've done, and especially Alyson for, you know, really making this night a reality. You guys worked very hard. Thank you. And also Lisa, fantastic dinner last night. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
we had a great time. Thank you. Don't want the speech to go too long, but I want to tell you a quick story about when I first met my sister. I was in Hong Kong at the time, living in Hong Kong, and shh, God, you're so rude. God. I was in Hong Kong at the time, and I hadn't spoken to Josh in a while, so I called Josh, and he picked up the phone, and of course he said, "Leo Ma!" And of course he said, "Hello," and that means "What's up, bro?" in Cantonese, if you don't know. And I said, "What's going on? You know, what have you been up to?" And he said, "Things are great, work's fantastic, and I met this girl, and she is awesome, and I can't wait for you to meet her." And for Josh to say something like that is really special, because as Josh's friends can attest and his family can attest, Josh don't mess around, you know? He really doesn't. And so I knew that in a few months when I got back from Hong Kong, I knew in his voice that this girl, Alyson, would be around. So, you know, let's fast forward to a few months later. I'm home, and Josh and Alyson are coming up to upstate New York to visit the family, and doorbell rings, and I open the door. It's like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" And then I see Alyson. And I'll never forget, the first thing I said to Alyson, "Oh, Alyson, it's nice to meet you. I'm Aaron." She looks at me and says, "Alyson, Josh says you do really great impressions. Do Skullface." So I was like kind of taken back, you know? I'm kind of like, whoa, this girl's sharp. She's pretty cool. But I was kind of nervous. I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm pumping the brakes. Pumping the brakes a little bit. And I said, you know, I'm really not that good at impressions. And she said, "What, are you like one of those people that has to warm up first?" So I was like, oh man, she's really testing me. And I looked at her and I said, you know what, this could be my sister someday. So I looked at her and I said, "Okay, Alyson, you don't know me, man. Do you want something made of soup in a cracker?" And I did my Scarface impression, which wasn't that good. That was the first time I met my sister.
Tough to follow. But I gotta say that the first time that I met Alyson, you know, she had heard about me from Josh, maybe saw a little bit about me on the Facebook. And so, for those who don't know me or who know me, I'm a little bit crazy, you know. And so the first time I met you, though, I knew. I took a look at you. I saw how you guys worked together. And I said, you know, this is not somebody who I'm gonna look at and say, oh, you know, is she Hurwit material? It was more like, man, I really hope that this girl will come to love me and see me one day as a brother. And I hope that's true. So really, I'm just so excited to have you as my sister now, and to have our two families join together, and it's just been awesome.
Microphone tap to that. In conclusion, folks, Joshua, you are the greatest brother that we could ever have. And you are a role model. A role model.
Superhero.
You're a superhero to us. You really are. We love you. We truly love you. And Alyson, thank you so much for meeting my brother and being his true love. And Daniel and I absolutely love having you as our sister. So, cheers. Cheers, everybody. Everybody have a fantastic evening. And we love you. Thanks, everyone, for coming.